Hey guys, this is Jess with another video. So in this video I want to cover some frequently asked questions that a lot of people in the jailbreak community see or get. So the first one obviously is, what is jailbreaking? So if you're out of the loop, jailbreaking is pretty much breaking free of the limitations that Apple puts on you with their devices. Apple does want you to have kind of pretty much what they want you to have. I know that's pretty vague, but basically there are certain things that Apple does not want you to do with your device. When you jailbreak your device, you can break free of those limitations, and you can pretty much do anything that's available out there. So you don't have to have anything that just gets filtered through with Apple's iTunes software or anything like that in their App Store. So I guess the best examples of what you can do when you have a jailbroken device are the Cydia tweaks and the Cydia applications. So I do have reviews, and I do go over various different Cydia tweaks in a lot of my videos, so you can search my channel. But I just said Cydia. Basically this is a application that gets put on your device when you jailbreak. So pretty much any software that you use to jailbreak your device will put Cydia on your device. And basically this is kind of like an app store for your jailbroken device. So this is a more user-defined world, I guess. So you have almost a limitless selection of tweaks and adjustments and naming capabilities. So let me give you an example of what you can do. One of my favorite things is iFile. It allows you to check out your device, the file locations, and so on and so forth. So you can do that when you have a jailbroken device. You can also theme your device pretty much any which way you want. You can get all sorts of shortcuts and easy accesses to settings and various different things. So there's a lot that you can do with a jailbroken device, but the best examples are the Cydia tweaks and Cydia applications. So you can check out those videos and you can look up those various different things. So the next question is probably, well, how can I jailbreak my device? It's very simple to do. There are all sorts of different softwares. All the examples that I'm going to give you for all the various different things is going to be through Red Snow, and this is pretty much one of the more popular ones. So there's Red Snow, there's Yellow Snow, there's Green Poison, Jailbreak Me, there is Ponage Tool. There are all sorts of different ways. You can pretty much Google it and find some sort of software, but you do need a software to get jailbroken. So you can find that software online. The next question I want to answer is, what is the difference between an untethered and tethered jailbreak? So you'll hear this a lot in the community. The difference between untethered and tethered, just in general, not even dealing with the jailbreak, is being hooked into your computer. Tethered means being hooked into your computer with the USB cable. So the difference between an untethered and tethered jailbreak means that when you're untethered, you don't have to be hooked into your computer to do a reboot. Now, what usually happens with a tethered jailbreak is if for whatever reason you turn off your phone, or your phone turns off, or you need to reboot, in order to do the complete reboot, to completely start it back up, you have to be hooked into the computer. And for example, with Red Snow, you have to go in and just boot. So you have to boot your device with your software. So that's the difference between an untethered and tethered jailbreak. That's why a lot of people jump at the chance to get an untethered jailbreak. So that's very, very important. Whenever you get an untethered jailbreak, it's usually a good thing. So the next question is probably, you probably hear the term DFU mode. Now, you can hear this other than just the jailbreaking community, but you hear this a lot with jailbreaking. And basically it's just the way that you are able to jailbreak your device. You'll go into DFU mode in order to jailbreak. So basically it's just turning off your phone and putting it in a different mode. So phone DFU mode is something that only occurs in the jailbreaking community. It allows you to bypass iTunes detection for custom IPSWs. So let me tell you what a custom IPSW is. And to do that, first I'm going to show you what an IPSW is. I'm on a Mac, so the location might be a little bit different, but you go into your user location, go into Library, iTunes, and it should be under iPhone software updates. This IPSW is pretty much your software, what you're on. iOS 5, iOS 4, so on and so forth. That's pretty much what your IPSW is, or that's the use of it. It pretty much is your software update. So what a custom IPSW is something that you use with SHSH blobs. And SHSH blobs are, even outside of the jailbreaking community, they're inside your phone, and they're how iTunes determines what software version you are on. So that's how it figures out what you're on, is SHSH blobs. And when you use this with a jailbroken device, you can use these to create a custom IPSW. So what is this good for? Well, if you're on a jailbroken device, and say, I guess the best example is recently we just got our untethered jailbreak for iOS 5 and 5.0.1. So, say for example, iTunes puts out the new update, which should be coming out soon. So if they put out the new update, you, for whatever reason, accidentally update to that new software. Well, unless you have created your custom IPSW to preserve your jailbreak, you cannot downgrade. But with SHSH blobs and creating your custom IPSW with those, you're able to downgrade. So there's a process to do that. You can either do it with Red Snow, or you can do it with Tiny Umbrella. And I would recommend Tiny Umbrella. But I believe it's a Mac only. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you have Windows and Tiny Umbrella doesn't work for you, you have iFaith. I believe that is a Windows only software. So you have Tiny Umbrella and you have iFaith, and with these softwares you can create your custom IPSW and downgrade to an older software version. So if you accidentally update to some newer software and you don't want to, before that could happen, you need to, well, pretty much as soon as you jailbreak, it's a good idea to preserve your jailbreak by creating your custom IPSW. So that's all I can think to cover. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them as best I can. So that's pretty much it.